Whew. I did not have intentions on making another video, although when duty calls, duty calls. You know, I swear it is so unique to me to see how people act and how they treat other people. And I know a lot of the times it's unknowingly, truthfully, it just is. But it's like, at what point do you draw the line of people just not knowing that words mean something? Words mean something. Actions mean something. They do. They should. They should. I know we live in a world right now where for some reason your actions and your words are losing less and less value for whatever reason. But it's like, for example, my mom, she says to me, like, "You look tired." I'm like, "Well, thanks. I am tired. I am very tired. I'm mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted." Like, straight up. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak what I go through day to day. But do I recognize that I wouldn't be here if I wasn't designed to go through the things that I go through and see the things that I do? Because I am connected the way that I am, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So I see that, I understand that, and so I move forward. But it's so often in my world and in my reality, and it has been for 42 going on 43 years, or it's like, it's just, you have to be mindful of, you have no idea what people are going through, first of all. But furthermore, when you know that you play a part in whatever web we find ourselves woven in, whether it's deceit, whether it's lies, whether it's cover-ups, and you go out of your way to create illusions and tactics and scenarios to keep your things hidden and covered up. Whether it's backhanded compliments or it's little jabs here and there, for whatever reason. It's like, I've accepted that I live in a world where there's not going to be accountability when it comes to the past. And I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. I don't need anybody to take accountability. Truthfully, I'd love them to get off my energy. I would prefer that. I'd love them to just let me live my life and stay in their own lane, literally and physically, figuratively. I would prefer that. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things. And so I find it to be unique sometimes in reference to the reality, and how people lose sight of their words, and they just say things and they're just words. When you say a word and you're not actually carrying the true meaning of the word, it's just a word. Just like love. I love you. You love me. You love me. What kind of love do you love? What kind of love is it that you have for me? When your love comes with deceit and lies and hidden truths, lack of accountability, disingenuousness. So when love comes with those items, I'm not sure we're on the same side of the fence as love. Now, I choose to love you unconditionally. I will forever choose that. And I'm completely fine with allowing the past to be in the past and it to stay covered, smothered and covered, by all means. And that's for everyone. Because truth be told, I think a lot of my story is a matter of people having to walk through their own lessons and their own karmic debris based off their own choices, choices and actions and their own usage of words without the true meaning behind them. Actually, the misuse of the word. And I think that's the lessons within it. And that's all the way up to the tippity top. I mean, and I'm sure that we could mirror this in the same aspect of the Charlie Kirk. There's so many lessons that we're all finding within it. In reference to our government, in reference to how easy it is to pin people against each other. When you get lost on a certain side and think you're on the right side of right, but how easily it is to get lost on that side because you can become obsessed and fixated and thinking that you have the full understanding of the truth, but not recognizing that you actually could be used as well and being used at this mere moment. There's been so many different facets within my story that has been used within me, but as well as those that have been in my life and playing their parts and not realizing that you were actually being used at the same time I've been used. And you thought all the while I was the one in the hot seat, but in reality, we both in the hot seat. We both in the hot seat, And that's when you start recognizing, like, whatever this game is and this thing called life, I want nothing to do with it. I'm going to go on and be on my path in my day-to-day operations and move and operate and being in the moment. And when I say, I love you, and I know my words come with a heavy hit. And so I try to be very mindful of the words that come out of my mouth and understand that and not try to overgeneralize things. And also also have a full understanding that I don't know everything that everybody's going through. Just as people had no idea everything I was going through. They only knew bits and pieces of this story and that story and, this lie and this narration and this half-truth and their truth smidged with a lie, then becoming my truth, right? And it's not even my truth, it's actually their truth. A vast majority of my storyline has been told by things outside of me and people outside of me. When you're receiving somebody else's story and it's not coming from that person's mouth, how do you even know that that's their story? Truthfully. And I feel that sometimes in reference to Erica Kirk. I don't even think she knows her story. Truth be told. But that's the beauty of me, is I do know my story. I know my story. I do indeed. Nobody could take that away from me. And what I've survived? By the grace of God, too. And I know it threatens a lot of people. I wasn't supposed to be here. Lord knows. I know that. I hate that part of it. I really, truly do. It was funny. I was on my way home or on my way to go pick up my son, and it came to me because I've been single. I've been single for some time now. I've been doing the single life, and I don't mind it. I look forward to the day that God's going to plop somebody in my life with the ability that's, at the vibration that I am, and not truly hiding who they are and what they love and what they believe in. And they're on the right side of right, It's really simple. It doesn't take me much to be happy, but I want somebody with integrity, honorability, and not scared to wear their emotions outside because I'll be able to see it. Anywho, I said, I get it. I get it. When it comes to my walk in my reality, a lot of the times I feel as though, and it's so funny because I've been having dreams about this, where a lot of the times people probably dislike the things that I say because conformity kind of tells you have to dislike it. But then deep within, like, your heart of hearts and your pitch, you're like, dang, I agree with that. You just can't say it out loud. And I can appreciate that. I get it. That's why I understand the purpose. It's not a small one, but he wouldn't have given it to me if I couldn't handle it. And that's just the reality of it. Just like he gives everything to you, the divine, the most high, because you can handle it. But you have to wear it with humility. You have to wear it with grace. You have to wear it with humbleness. And you can't be in an ivory tower. You can't. There's nobody that should be put in an ivory tower. Truthfully. No one. I love you guys. Have a good night.